A South African doctor is the first doctor to successfully perform a penis transplant surgery, which is unbelievable and incredible, especially considering how a 21-year-old man's penis was amputated. Apparently, a 21-year-old lost his penis in a botched circumcision, and that was when the doctor, André van der Merwe, got involved and successfully transplanted a penis that belonged to a donor. Okay, so the doctor that we're talking about is the one on the left-hand side, and he's been referred to as Dr. Dick, which I don't think is very complimentary considering the miraculous thing he achieved. But what's interesting is that he's been getting a lot of attention from a lot of different people, especially doctors in the United States who want to use his, consulting and his skills for similar purposes. Now, the operation lasted 9 hours. Skin from the inside of the patient's leg and tattooing were used to match the color of the transplanted penis to the recipient's pigmentation. The patient is said to be doing well, both physically and psychologically. So this wasn't just done for aesthetic purposes. It turns out that it's a fully functioning penis, and he is expected to be able to reproduce as well.
So let's note an interesting part of the story. The guy who lost his penis in the first place was 21 years old. He was getting a circumcision at that point. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Now, I think whether kids should be circumcised in the first place is a really interesting debate, one we've had on the show. It's close to a 50-50 issue in my mind.
I don't even think it's close to it. It's not a debate in my mind anymore. Okay. Yeah.
But here's what should not be a debate. Circumcising people when they are conscious, okay, when they can remember it, etc., right?
So let me jump in there. I want to make a point about this. So I don't know much about the 21-year-old. I don't know why he was getting circumcised. It could be because he decided that he wanted to get circumcised himself, right?
Yeah, well, don't do that.
Right. Okay, so that's advice. But I think that, as soon as you're an adult, you should be able to make that decision for yourself.
Yeah, right? And as soon as you're an adult, do not do a circumcision. Right. That's a crazy idea. Now, my experience is that I got circumcised when I was 6, so I remember it, right? Don't do that to kids. Okay, now I'm not scarred by it, I'm perfectly fine, but it was not a pleasant experience. And so whatever traditions and cultures you have where people get circumcised at a later age, bad idea, let alone if it gets botched. Now there's 9 other people in South Africa who are waiting for penis replacement surgery because they got circumcised at a later age, it went wrong, and they lost their penis entirely. Don't do that! Don't do that. It's, in my opinion, that sounds like a terrible idea. Thank God this guy's around. I mean, this guy does God's work, right? I mean, if you've lost your penis, you're really going to want another one, right? And for that effort, he gets called Dr. Dick.
I know. I don't know. It seems like he's kind of laughing it off. He's not taking it too seriously. He seems like an incredible guy, right? So he seems like a man of ethics as well, because apparently he got approached by someone in the United States who actually wants to have his penis removed because he wants to be genderless, and he wants to donate his penis to someone who needs it. And so he has decided that, hey, you know what, I'm not going to actually carry out this surgery myself, but since this is a patient in the United States, I'm going to be a consultant. I'm going to do whatever I can to help them out, should they choose to do this surgery.
Yeah, so, I was going to say that this story is a very positive one overall, except for the penis donor, right? That doesn't seem like a positive thing. But in this case, we have a penis donor who wants to donate it. Okay, so to each his own. I guess that makes sense. And so it might make both parties happy. Now, you know what this is going to turn into, right? Eventually, dudes are going to want to get penis enhancement.
Well, penis enhancement already happens. People get penis enlargement surgeries, which is amazing. Just because I'm dubious of them. I'm surprised that they work, but apparently
shocked by that.
There's like a booming market for that.
A rising market, if you will. Okay. Now, are you kidding me? I don't want anybody going down there for surgery. I mean, I've had my fill. Are you crazy? I don't know, man. Look, but maybe it's not for me to judge. Maybe if you have a micro penis, and that's a real thing, right? Then maybe you have a different opinion on it. Maybe I'm a penis privileged person, so I don't have good standing to talk on this issue.
I love how Cenk used this story as a humble brag. Like, I love it. if you happen to have a micro penis, then maybe you have a different perception.
I
But
won't
if you're
put it-
well endowed like me,
Yeah,
I come
yeah.
from a different point of view.
No, I'm not hating on anybody in that other category. I'm saying, look, man, I feel your pain, but for those who are penis privileged,
Oh my God! Oh my God!
it seems like, hey, let's leave significantly well enough alone.